Oh, I'm all around. Okay. You must let. Hold up. I just realized I cooked my camera off, but left the mic on so y'all can hear me chewing. Okay. So let me go over some legal stuff I've been dealing with lately. And where do I start? I want everybody to know that when you're doing time, I mean, okay, so I'm gonna go over a traffic case, traffic court case. Okay, my daughter got pulled over. If I stop this recording, if I mute the camera or pause the camera or mute the sound, it's because I'm talking to a customer. Okay, I'm bending, so I need to stop here and there. Anyway, so my daughter gets pulled over. She gets a ticket. Ticket's $200 and 3 points off her whatever. Hello. How are you? Good. How are you? Okay, I'm back. All right, so let's talk about this legal review. Um, so my daughter gets pulled over. She gets a ticket, $200, um, and 3 points off the whatever. Now my daughter has a clean driving record. She asked the cop, "Are you saying that I was speeding?" And he said, "Yeah, you was going 21 miles over the speed limit." So because we all know that my daughter is like the biggest nerd slash old lady slash prude who follows all the rules, he was like, okay, let's look into the details of the case. So I ordered the discovery, and I'm looking at this video, and literally, there's no video of him actually gunning her with the gun to see how far she was going, how fast she was going. So I'm going over the case, looking at all the things, and when you see the cop riding to catch up to her, if you look on his speedometer, it says 24 miles an hour. So I'm trying to figure out how you're going 24 miles an hour to catch somebody from speeding in the 45-mile-an-hour zone. Like it just didn't make sense. So she was going the same speed he was going. She also was a red car in between the car in the front of her and the car in the back of her. So the question I had was, how does he know which car caught the speedometer? Um, Also, whenever you are going up an incline and you're going up the incline and you're doing the speed limit, when you come down that decline, you're going to be going faster. Now, you're not going to be going a million miles faster, but you will be going faster, so you're going to pick up speed doing it. So all of these things are things that should be considered in this. Um, so we goes to court. She says, I don't want to be represented. I want to represent myself. And immediately the judge said, if you represent yourself, you're going to go to jail. Y'all remember, I always stay recording. So she said, what do you mean go to jail? For a speeding ticket? He said, yeah, like if you represent yourself and you lose, you're going to spend 3 months in jail. So he said, so I'm going to go ahead and put you in for a public defender. So, number one, he forced the public defender on her. I might have to stop again. Customers coming. 1 second. Take care. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm back. Okay, so forced the judge forced her to get a public defender. So we say whatever, get the public defender, and I'll just make her do what I say. And sorry, I realized that I was just real loud. So we have an appointment for court. 8 weeks later, we get to the court. There's this weird guy says, I'm going to represent you because your lawyer can't be here. She had to go to court with somebody else. There's all this crap. So he's going over the case with her, and she's like, well, if you're not my lawyer, I don't want to go over the case with you. Like, like this is not making no sense. So he said to her, these are your options: pay for this class, pay this fine, and then you won't have no points on your record. If you don't do this, you go to court to fight it, you plead not guilty, you are going to be um, given 189 days in jail. And I was like, what? I was like, go ahead in there and ask for a continuance because you're not her lawyer. She never even talked to her lawyer yet all this time. So he went in there and did what I said, asked for a continuance. So moving things forward, it's December. I don't know. It was a couple of days ago. We went to court to deal with this the lawyer that didn't show up the last time. So we get to the court. She comes out. She a black woman, nice looking. You would be proud of her, right? She a lawyer, got her own practice, blah blah blah. And I ain't say nothing to her. I let her talk. I let her talk for a very long time. It was a good 8 minutes of her talking. And I told her who I was. I said, I'm her ADA advocate. I want to make sure that she understands everything that's going on right now. And so the lawyer said, okay. Because she didn't know what the fuck an ADA advocate was. We already having a problem because you don't even know what I'm talking about. So uh, I asked my daughter, do you understand what she's saying? My daughter says yes. Then I asked her, I said, so what options and choices are you giving my daughter in this situation? She said she has the option to pay for these classes or go to trial. I said, so what's the process she could do if she's not guilty? If she's not going to admit to guilt for something she didn't do and pay for it. What's the option? She said the other option is to go to court. But if you go to court, you're going to get 189 days in jail. I said, can you tell me why you're saying that she's going to get 189 days in jail? Are you not capable of fighting this case? And she says, I have my own practice. I'm very capable and I would never do anything to jeopardize my practice because, I mean, she just was doing her African American thing. So I said to her, okay, I'm just going to ask you one question. Do you work for my daughter or do you work for the courts? She was so pissed off when I said that. Her whole attitude changed. I said, it's real simple because you're telling me two things that will benefit the court, either through her paying for the classes or her going to trial just so she can get put in jail for 189 days. Those will benefit the court. Both of those options. None of those options benefit her. That's why I'm asking you that. She was like, well, I work for your daughter, and I would never jeopardize my practice by working against my client. I said, well, you're not telling me how you're going to defend her. So she's going to say, well, I'm talking to you. And then I was saying something, and she said, stop, stop, stop. She said, stop 3 times. Y'all know I was about to hit that bitch in her mouth, right? So, of course, my daughter, oh, mama, I'm so embarrassing. So I didn't say nothing to her. When she said stop, I stopped. And she said, let's go in here and just plead not guilty or whatever and get it scheduled. So we go into the court and we do that. And I says to my daughter, did you understand what was happening? She said, yeah. If they had just did everything I wanted them to do in the beginning, we wouldn't be here. That's why I had to follow through with all this. I said, do you understand that your lawyer just told you she's not going to represent you? She just said you either going to do the classes or you either going to go to jail. She just said that. So the clerk of court told my daughter that this particular lawyer has a high success rate of winning her cases or whatever. I said, you got to ask bigger questions, larger questions. Okay, so she doing so well representing people. What is her percentage rate for trial to plea ratio? Hmm. I might be wrong on these statistics, but I believe it's 1% cases go to actual trial, 99% cases get pleaded out. Do you think that if you have a series of pleading out cases that makes you a successful lawyer? When you're telling somebody to plead, and there's a 60% chance that they are innocent, um, do you really think that you've done something successful in helping them to go to jail for something they didn't do? As long as they're not in there for 25 years and they're only in there for a year? No. So me and my daughter gets into a little discussion. And I said, here you go. Y'all keep talking about something I'm embarrassing y'all, but y'all know that I'm showing y'all that these people are not and y'all working in your favor. You have to pay attention. So my daughter says, Mom, all this stuff works for Trump. It's not going to work for us. I said, as long as y'all niggas keep saying that, you will always be where you at. And I'm not able to be in that state of mind with you. I just can't do it. So I, I'm trying to walk her through the process of this so she could see the corruption. And I haven't addressed this the way I can address it and just get rid of it, period, because I want her to see everything that's happening. So I says to the lady, the lawyer, uh, I said, so those two options you offered her, what is the other option that she has. She said there are no other options. I said, so what if she wanted to segregate this? Could she do it? She said, mm-hmm. She said, mm-hmm, because she didn't know what I was talking about. I said, so if she take over the suretyship of this estate and she signed for it and cancel this debt out, could she do that? She said, yeah, she could do that. She could pay that debt right now. I said to my daughter, I was like, I don't know how to point this out to you no more, honey. She doesn't even know what I'm talking about. She doesn't even know what suretyship is. How can she be successfully representing you? She don't even have all the information that will successfully represent you. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and deal with this case with my daughter because I don't trust them. And if they try to give her 189 days just because she knows too much, then I would have to start a war. So I think I'm gonna just go ahead and uh, okay, go ahead and handle this for her. Like y'all know, I had my son pay attention to the court process while we going through all of this stuff with him. Um, you know, with his cases and stuff. I just want them to see and understand what's happening. Um, the one thing that happened when we was at court that made me so proud. I was so proud. Um, the clerk of court gave my daughter a black pen and told her to sign her name on the trial sheet. And my daughter, she signs the letter N, right? The first letter to her name, and then she stops and she said, "Can I get a blue pen?" Y'all just don't even know. Y'all don't know how happy I was when she said that. I was like, "Oh my God, what you asked for, baby?" She said, "I need a blue pen." So I said, "I'm so proud of you right now. So as much trouble as you give me with your mouth, you actually do listen to me." Um, so the clerks was like, "Well, why do you need a blue pen?" So I watched my daughter think about the answer. And she said, "That black X is throwing me off. The blue will make me feel better." And so they started laughing and said, "Oh, the fact that she not only made herself alive on that document on her own without me telling her, and she was able to mislead the clerks of court so they wouldn't be on to what her knowledge base was." I was just so proud of her. Um, but yeah, so me and my husband was going over this case, and we was like, we found all of these problems with their case already, and I'm like, I know her lawyer's not even going to be her lawyer's not even going to bring these up and challenge them in court because, like I said, my daughter has a red car. She was in between two cars, so if you understand the mind, you'll understand the mind only understands a few colors and is drawn to things that stand out the most. So if we was to do uh, a demonstration in court to prove that you can't really tell which car it was that he used his speedometer in. And I don't know, we just was really getting deep into it and it was like really, really, really good deep thought. And uh, we were saying how I've been trying to watch what I say because I am on an open platform. It's sad that I have to be careful with what I say because y'all miss so much because I'm trying to watch my words. Okay, so my husband was training with the police force in Colorado Springs. And because he was training with the police force, uh, he got privy to information that civilians don't have. And the one thing that he was privy to is the fact that the speedometer gun, it has to bounce to hit a target. So it could bounce from left to right or in the middle and then hit that target and then give you a number. And it might not be you, it could be the car behind you or the car in front of you. So we was like, we can call her father as a expert witness because he trained with the police and he had access to how their system works. Um, but it's just really foolish that they're going through all of this over a traffic ticket, and the fact that they would tell you if you don't do what we say, you're gonna go to jail. Like that's it don't work for me. It just don't. Now I have not executed certain things on my girls that I did with my son and my husband. They're the targets. They're the endangered species. So I work with the men more. It's looking like I'm gonna have to do my daughters like I did the men and myself because they're learning. They're learning now, so they're gonna make some mistakes. But that's something that we all need to be paying attention to. There was another case I wanted to talk to y'all about. So many damn cases. Oh, okay, yeah. I wanted to talk to y'all about this person that contacted me. This person said that they had uh they had uh discrimination case, violation of rights, violation of disability act. It was a lot of violations that was going on in this particular case. And the person that contacted me, they was so far into how this is going to help people all over the world. They're going to get bills rated and all that. And I was like, oh, that's great. I hear people coming to me all the time saying they want to donate the proceeds to what they're doing to Ground the Dolphin so I can keep doing my work and stuff. And that's all nice and everything, but I need y'all to understand that you, this shit is not going to happen overnight. The first thing you want to do is get your bearings together. Thanks, babe. I'm about to get off here and I go to the bathroom. Um, you still on the phone with Zion? So I gotta go to the bathroom, y'all. Oh, um, geez, I actually forgot what I was talking about that quick because my husband came in. I'm gonna come back on in a few minutes and finish this conversation. So we're gonna title this part one. Sorry, y'all. I just gotta go to the bathroom. Hey, say hi. Who said I'm in the way? In the way with what? I don't even know what you're talking about. You in the way, what?